Timothy T. Turtle Makes Friends. A Mikera story just for you. Timothy T. Turtle is a very special turtle who lives with his family in a lake in Reidsville, North Carolina. He loves to swim and play and sit on logs in the sun. One day, as Timothy T. Turtle was sunning on a log at the lake, he heard Papa Stadler say that some very important visitors were coming to the farm. It was Farmer Stadler's great-grandchildren, Eleanor and Everett. Timothy was very excited because he had heard so much about them. He thought, "I bet they would like to be my friend." Timothy could hardly wait to see them. Finally, the day of their arrival came. Timothy knew that there was a cabin on the lake where Eleanor and Everett loved to play. He thought he would go and see if they were there. So Timothy started walking down the road to the cabin. He knew it would take a long time, but then Papa Stadler came driving by on his truck. Eleanor and Everett's grandmother, Mikera, was riding with him. When she saw Timothy walking by, she asked Papa to stop the truck. "Do you want to ride?" Mikera asked. "I sure do," said Timothy. "I want to see Eleanor and Everett." So Mikera picked Timothy up and put him in the back of the truck so that he would not have to walk so far. When Papa and Mikera got to the cabin, Eleanor and Everett were already there. "We have someone special who wants to meet you," Mikera said. She picked Everett up and told him to look in the back of the truck. "It's Timothy!" Everett said. Eleanor came running up to see. "It's Timothy!" she said. Now Eleanor and Everett live in Louisiana very far away, but they knew all about Timothy T. Turtle because their granddaddy Bob had told them about him. They were very happy to finally meet Timothy. What a big surprise! Eleanor thought Timothy was a very handsome turtle. "Can I hold him?" asked Eleanor. Granddaddy Bob showed Eleanor just the right way to hold Timothy so that she wouldn't drop him. Timothy was very wiggly, so Eleanor had to hold on tight. All day Timothy visited and played with Eleanor and Everett. By lunchtime he was very hungry. Everett decided to share his cookies with Timothy. Timothy thought that was very kind of Everett, but explained to Everett that turtles didn't eat cookies. So Everett gave him some nice lettuce instead. That afternoon was very busy. Timothy watched while Eleanor played with a dollhouse. Then he went for a walk with Everett. After that, Timothy and Eleanor played in the hammock. "Hey, you're tickling me," said Timothy. All of a sudden, Timothy began to sniff. He smelled something yummy. "Put me down," he told Eleanor. So Eleanor set Timothy down next to a big tree. Timothy went up to the tree and sniffed some more. "What is it?" Eleanor asked. "I smell something yummy around this tree, but I can't find it," said Timothy. Everett came running up. "What are you doing?" he asked. "Timothy smells something yummy," said Eleanor. "Let's help him find it." So they helped Timothy look. Then they saw some nice mushrooms growing on a tree stump next to the hammock. Now Eleanor and Everett knew that Timothy's favorite food was wild mushrooms, but the mushrooms were too high for Timothy to reach, so they broke them off and handed them to Timothy. "Thank you," said Timothy. "These are delicious." Later that day, when it began to get dark, Timothy knew it was time for him to go home. "Thank you for being my friend," said Timothy. "I hope you will come back and see me again soon." "We will," said Eleanor and Everett. They were sad to see Timothy go. They both felt that they would miss their new friend. At bedtime that night, Granddaddy Bob showed them Timothy's picture on his camera. "I hope Timothy comes back next year," said Everett. "Me too," said Eleanor. "I like Timothy T. Turtle." Meanwhile, Timothy started the long walk home. He was very tired, but he was also very happy. I'm going to tell my whole family about my new friends, Eleanor and Everett, Timothy thought. What a fun day we had. The end.